as you can see, I'm at the beach. When I'm filming this, it is my 1 week of vacation. I'm not sure if it's 1 week of vacation this year, but at least it's the 1 week of vacation I have now. It's not the warmest vacation, but as a true Dutch-blooded, orange-blooded Dutch person, I'm at the beach together with my friend Tanya. And Tanya made it her goal to walk from Den Helder, which is almost the top of the Netherlands, to Den Haag, Scheveningen actually. And I'm joining her for a couple of days. And in the meantime, I'm making a couple of videos to show you a bit of like how the beach is like. I'm going to show you some facts about some places near the beach and the beach itself and how the beach life actually is. People love the beach, so I hope you love this too. Let's go with this beach marathon. We're here nearby Egmond aan Zee. And Egmond aan Zee is, as you can see, along the coast. And along the coast was also, during the World War, during the Second World War, there was the Atlantic Wall. It was made by the Germans during the Second World War, and it ran all the way from Norway to Spain, so also along the Netherlands. The wall that was never really finished was consisting of bunkers and radar systems to basically protect the lands that were occupied there by the Germans against the Allies. So if there were Americans or Canadians or British people trying to invade again, then they knew, because there were radar systems up, there were bunkers set all along the coastline. So all the fortifications that were made were also protected by minefields and ditches and roadblocks, kilometers, a lot of miles into the hinterland. So not only the coast was completely unsafe to basically go to, the hinterland was also unsafe to go. Several villages like Wijk aan Zee were evacuated during the war, especially in 1942 and 1943, when the Germans expected the Allied forces to go here on land. And a lot of houses were left completely evacuated. And in the same time, radar bunkers were built by the Germans to see all the flight and sea traffic coming in. Okay. And those radar screens were very big. They were 20 meters high and really fastened into the concrete, so they were very firm. And that's why they were called the Mammoetstand, like the mammoths. Yes. After 1945, so when the World War ended basically, the remaining German troops that were still here were held prisoner. Mainly in the evacuated buildings that the owners of those buildings, they didn't return. One reason or another. So they were held there by the Dutch troops and the Allied troops there. And they were put to use. The Germans were put to work to basically clean up the mess they've made. So all the minefields and all the fortifications they have to clean up, which was quite a gruesome matter because, yeah, it's a minefield. They had to take all the mines away, and to be sure that everything was cleared, the Allied forces forced those German troops to walk arm in arm in a long line and stamp over that cleared minefield. So many people lost their life if there was a mine undiscovered there. They discovered it by stamping on it, basically. So sometimes German soldiers searched an area for a long time, not getting any mines, because the Dutch people there already were like, yeah, I cleaned it for you. I'm not gonna tell it to you because you're a bastard, but I already did it. After they were sure that the Germans had cleaned everything up and they were satisfied enough with the cleanup, those German soldiers that were left, that were still alive, had to go back to Germany walking. So they walked all the way from Den Helder or Wijk aan Zee or Scheveningen to Germany, and they all had to walk across the Afsluitdijk, which is quite a long way. So that was quite a cruel way. So that whole Atlantic Wall thing was not a good thing, but I'm glad it's gone because otherwise we could not be here. These radar screens were about 20 meters in height, very, very big, very much concrete. Even kijken. Nee. Wat ben je aan het doen? I'm getting distracted. After 1945, oh, let me refocus. Incidentally, sometimes the mining process, the demining, so. Als het rode knopje brandt, als het rode lichtje, dan is hij goed.
Er staat een rood puntje in de hoek.
Ja, helemaal toppie. Okay. Thank you, Tanya, by the way, for filming this. And those big radar stations, those radar plates, no, those radar screens. There were only four. Okay. There were 4 different places where the mammoth stands were actually intact for a while, which is Den Helder, Wijk aan Zee. There were 2 more.